Do you need something? Nothing else then?
I've been growing some really lovely vegetables. Maybe tomorrow you can help me plant a new patch? What do you say? I see.
Hara!
Your father and your friend can treat you like a boy that you know. You understand? Please, be a girl. For me.
Just stop trying to change me, Mother. I'm not a baby anymore. I'm almost a woman. I can't be who I want to be.
Fine. You play in the mud, or play with your father's sword, or get into sword fights with your little friend. This is not over.
Hey, I'm glad you're here with me. Are we...
Come on in.
どうしてこん
Just
な
stoke
に
the
眠いの
fire.
かしら
Take a seat and get the cold out.
You're that visitor been poking around. I'm the innkeeper. It's my business to keep track of strangers. Attic room, eh? Well, we don't have an attic room, but you can have the one on the left. Make yourself at home. So you're the dragonborn I've been hearing so much about. I think you're looking for this. We need to talk. Follow me. Close the door. Come on, close the door. Now we can talk. The Greybeards seem to think you're the dragonborn. I hope they're right. I hope so, but you'll forgive me if I don't assume that something's true just because the Greybeards say so. I just handed you the horn of Jurgen Windcaller. Does that make me dragonborn too? It was the only way I could make sure it wasn't a Thalmor trap. I am not your enemy. I already gave you the horn. I'm actually trying to help you. I just need you to hear me out. Like I said in my note, I've heard that you might be dragonborn. I'm part of a group that's been looking for you. Well, someone like you, for a very long time. If you really are dragonborn, that is. Before I tell you any more, I need to make sure I can trust you. If you don't trust me, you were a fool to walk in here in the first place. We remember what most don't, that the Dragonborn is the ultimate dragon slayer. You're the only one that can kill a dragon permanently by devouring its soul. Can you do it? Can you devour a dragon's soul? Good, and you'll have a chance to prove it to me soon enough. Dragons aren't just coming back. They're coming back to life. They weren't gone somewhere for all these years. They were dead, killed off centuries ago by my predecessors. Now something's happening to bring them back to life, and I need you to help me stop it. I know they are. I visited their ancient burial mounds and found them empty, and I figured out where the next one will come back to life. We're going to go there, and you're going to kill that dragon. If we succeed, I'll tell you anything you want to know. Kynes Grove. There's an ancient dragon burial near there. If we can get there before it happens, maybe we'll learn how to stop it. I need to get into my traveling gear. Give me a minute and I'll be ready. That's better. Let's get on the road to Kynes Grove.
Right behind you. I'm ready if you are.
Ordnar, I'm traveling. You've got the inn till I get back.
Right. Happy trails.
So, it turns out this friend was none other than Delphine. That's a relief. And she's one of the good guys. I like that. Kind of not cool for her to steal the horn and all that. But, hey, I'm alright with it now. What matters is that she doesn't harbor any evil or malicious intentions. Yes, she might be a bit prickly, but I think it'll be nice to have her on our side. Now, I think we should get going. A dragon coming back from the dead seems like a pretty big deal, to say the least.
Right behind you.
To finally rest up in comfort. What a treat. Ugh, I'm tired. Warm hearth and cozy beds are so welcome after all this time on the road. Let's just stay here for a bit. Revel in being away from the blinding sun and blistering cold for once. I'm glad you're here. Nothing else then?
Kynes Grove is this way.
Tada!
We can travel together or split up and meet there. Your choice. What is it? The Dragonstone was a map of ancient dragon burial sites. I've looked at which ones are now empty. The pattern is pretty clear. It seems to be spreading from the southeast, down in the Gerals near Riften. The one at Kynes Grove is next, if the pattern holds. Dragons are coming back, and you're a born dragon slayer. That's all you need to know right now. Let's get going.
Doko?
Keep your eyes open here.
No, you don't want to go up there. A dragon, it's attacking!
It flew over the town and landed on the old dragon burial mound. I don't know what it's doing up there, but I'm not waiting around to find out.
Sahloknir, Zil Grol Dova Ursa.
Steady. Let's watch and wait. This is worse than I thought.
Aldwinturi, Boanti Bokri Has Vixation Zig. Sahloknir, Kalimir. Forlusai Dovaki. Fu Koral Mid No Dol to hide. You do not even know our tongue, do you? Such arrogance to dare take for yourself the name of Dova. Sahloknir, Kridar, Chur.
Here we go.
Well,
どうしたらいいの？ そこをどいて。
That takes care of that.
過ちを償いなさい。
You did it. Wait, something's happening. God's above. So you really are. It's true, isn't it? You really are dragonborn. I owe you some answers, don't I? Go ahead. Whatever you want to know. Nothing held back. I'm one of the last members of the Blades. A very long time ago, the Blades were dragon slayers, and we served the dragonborn, the greatest dragon slayer. For the last 200 years since the last dragonborn emperor, the Blades have been searching for a purpose. Now that dragons are coming back, our purpose is clear again. We need to stop them. Not a damn thing. I was just as surprised as you to find that big black dragon here. Really? Where? Interesting. Same dragon. Damn it, we're blundering around in the dark here. We need to figure out who's behind it all. The first thing we need to do is figure out who's behind the dragons. The Thalmor are our best lead. If they aren't involved, they'll know who is. Nothing solid, yet. But my gut tells me it can't be anybody else. The Empire had captured Ulfric. The war was basically over. Then a dragon attacks, Ulfric escapes, and the war is back on. And now the dragons are attacking everywhere, indiscriminately. Skyrim is weakened. The Empire is weakened. Who else gains from that but the Thalmor? If we could get into the Thalmor embassy, it's the center of their operations in Skyrim. Problem is that place is locked up tighter than a miser's purse. They could teach me a few things about paranoia. I'm not sure yet. I have a few ideas, but I'll need some time to pull things together. Meet me back in Riverwood. If I'm not back when you get there, wait for me. I shouldn't be long. Keep an eye on the sky. This is only going to get worse.
I'm glad you're here. Gravity. It truly is a peculiar thing. This law of the earth bones, or so I've read, dictates how land and people are held in place, and how what comes up must come down. It's generally a simple fact of our reality, but it is nonetheless perplexing to think about. But let's just put that aside for now. There's this other thing that I've been thinking about. Symbolic gravity. I think it is that, in which a sense, weighs us down. It prevents us from truly ascending to our true potential. When mortals, vampires, or any sentient being in Nirn tries to scramble and fight for dominance, power, influence, it really is just vanity in the end. Don't you think? If only we understood one another, and not be consumed by these petty squabbles, we could truly ascend into something else. Maybe even Chim. Who knows? So, what do you want to talk about?
I'm right behind you.
Eh. どこへ行くの?
I don't follow. Come on, I have a plan. I figured out how we're going to get you into the Thalmor embassy. So that's your plan, huh? Even if you could survive, by the time you got inside, whatever documents they had would be long gone. We're there for information, remember? Trust me, I've been doing this for a long time. My way is better. The Thalmor ambassador, Elenwen, regularly throws parties where the rich and connected cozy up to the Thalmor. I can get you into one of those parties. Once you're inside the embassy, you can get away and find Elenwen's secret files. I have a contact inside the embassy. He's not up for this kind of high-risk mission, but he can help you. His name is Malborn. Wood Elf. Plenty of reason to hate the Thalmor. You can trust him. I'll get word for him to meet you in Solitude at the Winking Skeever. You know it? While you're doing that, I'll work on getting you an invitation to Elenwen's little party. Meet me at the Solitude stables after you've arranged things with Malborn. Any questions? Don't worry about Malborn. He's not a dangerous character like you. but he hates the Thalmor at least as much as I do. He's a wood elf. The Thalmor wiped out his family back in Valenwood during one of their purges that we never hear about. Luckily, they don't know who he really is, or he wouldn't be serving drinks at the ambassadors' parties. Let me handle that. You'll have a real invitation, don't worry. As long as you can act the part of a Thalmor toady, you'll get past the guards. That's when the fun starts. You'll have to slip away from the party without raising the alarm. Then you'll need to find Elenwen's office and search her files. Malborn should be able to point you in the right direction. Sounds good. Be careful.
Oh.
Oh. Sorry. Oh.
Hey, I'm glad you're here with me. Nothing else then?
Sorry.
So, looks like we're going to a party. And what makes it more interesting is that there's going to be a little heist or thievery work while we're there. Ooh, spicy. It's kind of like in some of the stories I used to read. Classic espionage. And you aren't? It's a party. A Thalmor one. But they'd still have the finest wine. And the most exquisite food. A good break from what we've been eating recently. I also think you probably know this by now, But I'm not all gloom and dreary. I do have interests, and two of them just happen to be high-end parties and alcohol. Oh, and you're a saint? Come on now. I enjoy the pleasantries of life. Nothing wrong about that. So, what's on your mind? I've always wondered what the Dwemer actually looked like. If one believes Nordsen, they were much like elves, but with beards. But what about young dwarves? Were they indistinguishable from, say, the Altmer then? Maybe there were other differences. Lighter skin tone, or tails? No. Why would they have tails? I don't know. Don't mind my rambling. It's just there's so many artifacts from their civilization, and yet we know so little. What did they look like? Where did they go? Oh? What is it?
Me too. I'm yours.
You're such a sweet talker. I just can't get enough of you. I needed this today. Thanks.
We got rooms and food. Drink, too. I cook. Ain't much else to tell. I'm just a cook.
So, what's on your mind? Oh? What is it? Kind of weird, actually. It just feels different to completely change diet. It is also kind of freeing in a way. Just imagine eating the same dish over and over again. It tastes good, but it's still... You get my point. And yes, you know I still ate people food to blend in. But it just doesn't feel the same now, you know? I also don't have a problem with the sun now, so that's nice. At least most of the time. Hot weather still gets on my nerves. What now? All right. Sure. Which song? Good choice. All right, here goes. Waves touch the coast, harbored in twilight's blue. From dawn came sunlight, with dusk it fades from our view. Calm embraces the sky, the storms rage in our hearts. For honor, glory, and love, from anvil we do depart. The fire lights the path, and the salt it sprays in our eyes. But warriors born of stone, they are never afraid to die. Bells on the docks, they cry out for the mortal day. And winds sing the dirge for the words we never could say. And sails fly out half-mast in the color of evening's hue. And tears break the silence for the children we almost knew. When dawn kissed the ocean, from the golden light came our birth. And when dusk falls on the harbor, to the golden shores we will return. I thought we could have walked a bit longer, but if you're tired, I won't stop you.